Hi, boys and girls. My name is Miss Ashley, and I'm so excited that you are here with us today. And I hope you guys are ready to do a fun science experiment. Man, there's just so many of us here today. It's like I can hear the roar of a crowd. Can you guys hear it? My goodness, the roar of the crowd is so big and powerful. But guess what? You guys have a huge part in that too, because you have a roar. Are you ready? Let's hear it. You're gonna hear me roar! Man, that roar was so loud and powerful, I could hear it from all the way over here. The roar of the crowd is so big, but what is a crowd? A crowd is a bunch of people coming together to witness something super important. Just think about when you go and see your favorite sports teams. Man, that stadium's jam-packed with people, and they're all there cheering on their favorite team. Kind of reminds me of our memory verse, how it says there's a huge cloud of witnesses all around us. So the Bible verse is telling us that we have people who love us cheering us on. That means when we run our race, when we do our part to follow God, we can remember that we're never alone because we're part of God's family. Our Bible verse also mentions a cloud. Why don't you guys peek out your window and see if there's any clouds outside? What do they look like? Yeah, clouds can look so different from each other, but they're all made up of the same thing. They're made up of water. And water comes in three forms. It could be a liquid, which is the one you drink. It could be a solid, like when it's frozen down into ice cubes, or it could be a gas called vapor. And that's when you take a super hot shower and there's a bunch of steam everywhere. Now, when a liquid turns into gas, it's called evaporation. Can you guys say evaporation? That's so good. Now, when all the vapor in the air turns into a liquid, it's called condensation. Can you guys say condensation? Man, you guys are doing such a good job. Now, when there's a bunch of water vapor in the air and it condenses, sometimes it'll condense onto dust particles. And that's when a cloud begins to form. I'll show you what I mean in just a little bit, because now it's time for us to do a science experiment. So if you have your roar boxes, why don't you grab out that science packet, and in there you'll have all the materials you'll need. You'll need a jar, you'll need some ice cubes, some hot water, some food coloring, and some hairspray. And you may need to ask your parents to join in on the fun and help you out with this experiment. Now that you have all of your supplies, you're gonna take the hot water and carefully pour it into the jar. Then you'll use the food coloring provided and drop just a few drops into it. You'll swirl it together in order to make it all mixed in. Then you're gonna take a few ice cubes and place it on the lid, and then you'll place the lid on top of the jar. Shake the hairspray bottle and then remove the lid to spray in the jar. You're going to spray for about 2 to 3 seconds, and then you're going to replace the lid immediately. Now you get to watch the cloud form. Isn't this cool? As you look at it, you can remember that we have a cloud of witnesses all around us. And that's because we're on God's team. We have the players that we learn about in the Bible, and we have the players that we meet in person. Like our parents, our friends, our teachers. They're using their roar to cheer you on. And you can use your roar to cheer them on too. Because remember, you're gonna hear me roar! Great job on our science experiment, everybody. I had so much fun with you guys, and I hope you guys have so much more fun with our other activities. Bye.